From shrugging off the Irishman's latest assault case to declaring that the Notorious won't be stepping into the octagon this year. This is why Sean O'Malley spoke out about Conor McGregor's legal issue. Suga believes that the allegations are all false and don't deserve the attention they're getting from the media. Reports are that Mystic Mac assaulted a woman at an NBA Finals game in Miami, and as a result of that, Conor's under investigation by the authorities. During a podcast, Sean was discussing the issue at hand and the weight of these accusations. He said that Conor apparently got rough with a heavyset woman, but what went down is anyone's guess for now. O'Malley revealed that the incident took place in the men's bathroom and questioned what the woman was doing there in the first place. Conor allegedly forced himself on the woman, but later she was seen hanging out at a club that night. Sean then asked his co-hosts if they'd hang out with someone who assaulted them, cause it doesn't make any sense. Suga even said that McGregor's a superstar, and if he wants some action in the bathroom, then there shouldn't be a big deal about it. O'Malley also thinks that the woman should be exposed if her allegations prove to be wrong, cause she's got no right to ruin someone's life like that. While talking on the Timbo Sugar Show, he said that it's cause of women like these that the true victims get ignored. And if she's lying about all of this, then she should be roasted on social media by the fans. One of the security guards even asked her what she thought was going to go down in the bathroom after she came out from there. It's not like Conor was going to talk to her about life in general. As hilarious as that sounds, it's also true. Sean then talked a little about McGregor having a type, because apparently he likes his women thick. The hosts added that they felt bad for Conor's fiancée, Dee Devlin, because she has to put up with a guy who likes going around the town. Suga responded to this by saying that Dee is doing good. She's living a great life and doesn't really need much else from it. According to O'Malley, Conor hooking up with a girl at an NBA game isn't a bad influence on the kids, because the man only wanted to release some energy. Now, I can't say what actually happened, but a video shows Conor leading his accuser to the VIP bathroom. While his security team guarded the door, it looks as if the woman went inside the bathroom willingly, because no one was forcing her like she's claimed. Conor's legal team's taking a stand on this, because they claim the alleged victim's trying to blackmail the Notorious one into paying her off. She's also suing the Miami Heat and the stadium for the incident. According to her legal counsel, McGregor first tried to forcibly kiss her, then tried to assault her when he went to use the facilities. They also claim that Conor couldn't, get it up. So nothing exactly happened, and the victim elbowed Conor and ran out of the VIP bathroom. Conor's team claims that the woman tried to force some cash out of them at first, but she took the matter to the media when they refused to budge. Days after the incident, she also handed over her clothes to the police, claiming that since Conor spat on her, his DNA would still be on them. The supposed victim conveniently has an alibi for being in the club, too. She claims that her interactions with the former UFC champ were awkward, and they're completely different from what they were before the incident. That still doesn't explain how Conor got a hold of her again after she ran off from the bathroom. So her story contradicts itself, and Conor's lawyers are looking to get over this as soon as they can, because it looks no more than a shakedown. Maybe something did happen between them, but O'Malley doubts it wasn't consensual. McGregor has been accused of stuff like this in the past, as well. There's a case still open in Ireland about him assaulting someone in his Dublin penthouse. And don't forget, there's also the one where he terrified a woman to death, and she'd to swim off from his yacht to the shore. Conor may lose his mind at times, but this NBA assault story's just a hoax to the fans. The Notorious one's found a lot of success during his time with the UFC, and he's one of the most recognizable faces on the planet. So, people forcing him to pay them is somewhat expected. Even the fans realize this, and they're supporting Conor in his latest legal battle. Some of the Twitter users said the Irishman's innocent until proven guilty, because they're sure that he's being framed. A lot of fans are asking for proof on the whole thing, and have declared their full support for the former UFC double champ. People also brought up how just accusing someone is enough these days, because no one wants to dig deeper to find the truth anymore. Fans were surprised when they heard that the woman in question wasn't even pressing charges, and just wanted to settle the matter with McGregor, the Heat, and the stadium. That was an obvious red flag, because what kind of victim would just settle instead of pursuing justice? This is something that even Michael Bisping spoke up on and said that the whole thing was absolute garbage. Nothing adds up according to the count, and he's not buying that the woman was able to escape by elbowing a trained UFC fighter. Conor may have lost his touch in the octagon, but that doesn't mean he couldn't hold off a woman inside a bathroom. Bisping then talked about Conor's net worth and how that's bound to attract people like this supposed victim who just wants a piece of the pie for herself. The whole thing was huge when it came out, but this wasn't the only controversy from that night in the NBA game, cause minutes before this, Conor sent the Miami Heat mascot to the hospital. Mystic Mac was there at the game to promote his pain relief spray, and he was invited to the mic during a break. The basketball fans didn't appreciate the Notorious One pushing his own brand, so they started booing him, which definitely ticked him off. Then Bernie the mascot walked up to Conor and started to shadowbox him. Later, it was confirmed that this was a part of the skit, but what came next felt a little too real. Conor was chugging down some drinks during the game, and the crowd insulting him like that didn't help. So when Bernie got too close with some boxing gloves on, the Notorious One first tried spraying the mascot on his legs, but Bernie kept moving. So McGregor let loose one of his mean left hooks that sent the mascot to the floor. But Conor wasn't done yet, because he punched him again, right on the snot this time. Bernie was out cold, and as he was being dragged out of the court, Conor kept spraying him in the face with his new pain relief formula. Reports are that the man inside the costume was rushed to the emergency room, but has made full recovery since then. Conor later said that it was all part of the skit that they were doing on the night. Even though Sugar Sean didn't comment on McGregor sending Bernie to the hospital, but he did talk about the possibility of him returning to the UFC in 2023. And he thinks that's not happening. Conor missed the deadline to submit his samples to USADA, so now he can't compete professionally in the UFC. The promotion planned for the end-of-the-year event to be in December, but according to O'Malley, the Irishman's not gonna be on it. Previously, Suga also discussed Conor's insane weight and suggested that the man was on a diet of steroids. He also added that Mystic Mac's been drinking a lot of his own Proper 12 whiskey, which could have resulted in all the issues that Conor's been facing. Sean's a huge fan of the Notorious One and even looks up to him. So his comments on Conor's problem almost always seem a little biased. You could probably tell that from what he said about the NBA assault allegations, cause O'Malley wasn't even giving the woman the benefit of the doubt and had to be reminded about it by his co-hosts. So, from declaring that the Notorious won't be stepping into the octagon this year, to shrugging off the Irishman's latest assault case, this was why Sean O'Malley spoke out about Conor McGregor's legal issue.